everyone, it's Sharonda from Payroll Waits, and today I'm going to be reviewing Scenes from a Marriage, episode 4. Y'all, they both get on my dango nerves at this time. I was just watching this entire episode like, what? This episode was a lot. It was a lot. From how the episode begun, you would not tell me that this is how the episode would have ended, but here we are, so let's go ahead and talk about it, okay? So, when the episode opened up, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was already annoyed, okay? Because I was just like, I know these moving boxes aren't to go to London. I know these moving boxes. I know that Jonathan and Mira better not be together and planning on moving to London. I just said this better not be the storyline, okay? So, we hear Mira talking on the phone with Ava. You know, she's making sure that her mom don't forget her stuff. And I felt her. I felt Ava. I was like, okay, because y'all think y'all got everything going on. Clearly, y'all don't know what the hell to do with y'all relationship. And you think I'm going to trust y'all on what to do with my stuff? Moving? No, we're not going to do that. So, you know, Mira's trying to calm Ava down, and she gets off the phone. And so, you know, they start having their like little fights because they seem like they're in like back in the same place we found them in the first episode. So I was like, I know these fools didn't get together. I just said not on the Lord's Day. I know that these fools did not get back together. So we see that Jonathan's going on a trip. I guess he wrote a paper. He's doing really good at work, and so he's basically going to be traveling in Europe for a couple of days. Mira seems like she's having a really bad day. I don't know what's going on, but then I realized that, you know, when he starts saying, hey, you know, these stickers are for what's going to your place, what's going to my place, I was like, oh, okay, they didn't get back together. I was like, because Jonathan, you had too much progress in the last episode, even though you backslid a little bit towards the end of the episode. I was like, I know my man's better than this. I know that his healing process has been going well. So we see that they're actually getting divorced, and they started going back and forth on this couch. She was like, well, I thought I was getting the couch. And then I was like, Beesh, weren't you just dragging this man like last episode about the furniture that he had in the living room? So I was really confused as why you were attached to this couch. Because you were just, then you gonna make the comment, oh, it's just furniture. Girl, stop being so damn passive aggressive. She get on my nerves. Like, I'm married to her at this point. And so Jonathan was just like, boo, okay, where the dot at? Here. It's yours, hoe. He didn't say that to her, but that's what he should have said. But we see that, you know, they end up talking, and he can see something's wrong with her. And he starts telling her about the get of, you know, this final ceremony for him, like, of what they would do in this culture to get divorced. And I was like, that does sound very traumatic. Like, that doesn't sound like something I would necessarily want to go through. But to each his own. You know, I hope that, you know, people just don't get divorced, and then they don't have to go through that. Go through a get. So we see that he starts embracing her. And I was like, Jonathan, baby, didn't you like for last time? Like, y'all not together no more. That's not your responsibility. Ain't she got a man that she can go home to and embrace her when she get home? So I'm just a little bit confused by why you be doing this. But let me give a side note, okay? Because remember, okay, for those of y'all who watched my like previous live that I did, the last live that I did, and I talked about how I feel as though that we're at a point in time in Hollywood where I never truly feel that the leads have chemistry. That they don't have chemistry, and they're just not believable as love interests. And the work that Oscar Isaac and Jessica Chastain have been doing in Scenes from a Marriage, especially from last episode to this episode, baby, let me tell you something. When I knew that he was going to blow that back out before they even got started, because he gave this look, okay? There is a look that a man has when you know he is ready to blow your back out. Now, I don't necessarily know what that look is like, because if my parents are watching, I am a virgin. I'm just saying this is what my friends have told me that the look looks like. But there was that, baby, that look that Oscar had. But when I say that's acting right there, and I know what y'all thinking, like Sharonda, like all he did was give a look. Baby, he gave a look that I knew that he was about to make his move. Like, he had that look like, baby, I've been thinking about how I'm going to blow your back out for quite some time. And that was that look like, I'm finna give it to you. Like, I'm finna put it on you. Okay? Put it on you. Make you think one last time you want to leave me? But let me show you what you finna be missing. So when he gave her that look, from when he slid up the dress, when he grabbed the titty meat, because men, once again, you know, this is what my friends have told me. You can't ignore the titty. Don't ignore the titty meat. Don't ignore the titty meat. That's what my friends have told me. I can't speak from personal experience, but I'm just telling y'all, don't forget the titty meat, okay? So when he was doing all of that, I said, oh, he was ready. But I was like, baby, last episode, you said that you wasn't in a place to have sex with her, that you didn't want to undo all of the work that you have done. So why are you ready to blow her back out now? So I thought Mira was gonna stop him, like, cause I'm a petty hoe, okay? I would have been like, oh no, baby, you're not gonna get into this. Remember when you shut me down? Man got one time to shut me down. I'm just saying, figuratively, not literally, but a man only got one time to shut me down. Done, okay? So they get it on, okay? They get it on. I said, baby, where was the passion? Where was this passion in the marriage? Because the sex that y'all almost had last week to the sex that you had in this episode, I said, ooh. I said, is this what people feel like when they read romance novels? Like, that's the intensity that I need for my significant other, okay? My husband. My parents watch. Husband. But I was just like, they have some, remember that video that went viral of them at Venice? I was like, oh, if I was their spouse, I'd be like, let me smell you. You been smashed her? Tell the truth, shame the devil. Okay, that's besides the point. So then, on top of that, Jonathan starts showing what that mouth do. I was like, I love this man. I love this man. He didn't ignore the titty meat. He made sure he showed what that mouth do. It's just, I was like, a man, okay? A man, all right? So then on top of that, okay? On top of that, then y'all showing us peen too today? Y'all know how I feel about making sure that there's male frontal nudity, because I just feel like it should be like there's equality there. Like, give the women something to look at, give the men something to look at, give everybody something to look at. And so the fact that we got a peen shot as well, even though it was very quick, it was very subtle, you had to make sure you paused like I did and zoomed in, but it was there, okay? And I was like, thank you guys. You understand the assignment. So then we see that, she's talking about, ooh, hold me. Bitch, we ain't together, like, I'm not holding you. And so he trying to go upstairs and wash his pain out. She's talking about, ooh, let's go get something to eat. I said, oh, so you got your back blown out. Now you want to go get something to eat. Now you want to be friendly. I see that headache gone. I see you ain't got no headache no more, Mira. I was just like, this too much for me. I said, but we got a whole episode left. So what, like, these hoes finna get back together? What is happening? So we see that, before they can leave the house to go get something to eat, Mira feeling good. She got her some good, good, okay? He made sure he put his all into that, okay? So then he come with these divorce papers. I said, hold on, baby, wait a minute. You gonna give her the divorce papers, like, right after you just bust one off? Like, I was like, that ain't the right time. Don't do that right now. Go get something to eat and then come back and, make sure she's not hangry. She said she had a headache. Then do the divorce papers. I said, baby, what is you doing? Like, that's so tacky. That's just tacky. So, she doesn't seem too happy to get the divorce papers. And I was just like, well, it was just bad timing to begin with in the first place. And so, when he basically said, for F's sake, let's just get it over with. I said, let's just get it over with. I said, you was just inside of me. And now you talk about you wasn't saying let's get it over with when you was inside of me. So, but now you want to get it over with. I was heated. I was mad at both of them. I was ready to fight Jonathan and Mira this entire episode. So we see that, then he brings up, he talked about, I don't want to go get nothing to eat now. Like, she didn't kill the move. I was like, you killed the move first. And then he brings up the fact that she owes her part of the money for Ava's dance class. And then she was like, well, does she need to? She was like, how much is it? He was like, it's $2,500. And I was like, dang, $2,500? I said, is she finna be the next Misty Copeland? Like, what? $2,500? So then she was just like, well, maybe we can bump her down. He was like, this was your idea. Like, you the one who had extra classes. So if I can afford it, yo behind who stays talking about how much money you making, you can afford it too. And I was like, yeah, and don't you got a man can't probably afford it? Like, why are we worried about money all of a sudden? Because I was confused and Jonathan was confused. And then basically Mira was just like, she said that, she basically said that she got fired. I was like, oh, snap. okay. I felt that. So she got fired. She tells this story about like what happened, how, because she didn't take the London job. And this is really true. Like once a company knows that you're not going to relocate for them, that you're not going to dedicate your life to them. I used to work for a Fortune 5 company, so I know how this is. Once they realize that you're not willing to put the company above your wants and needs, oh baby, they're done with you. They're done with you. So that totally made sense. And, when she's already had that type of power, she doesn't want to be demoted back to doing whatever just because she decided she wants to be a mother too. And so, which I didn't like her bringing up the fact that because she didn't go to London that I was like, bitch, you left your child for 3 months ago, be with some little young dude. Like, don't use it as an excuse, honey, because you're not going to get sympathy points over here from me. So then Jonathan is just like, you telling me this, like normally I would have been very upset, but like I just don't care. Because he was like, I'm sorry it happened to you. I was like, that was so dry. Like you might have just been quiet. And she was like, you don't have to be polite. And then so he was like, yeah, like, now that I think about it, like I just don't care. And I was like, Jonathan, I was like, I'm happy you had this backbone, but now you starting to be just like a little bit cruel. I'm like, it's not the time. She just got fired today, baby. Like it just happened before she got to you. Just give it a couple of days, something. So she starts getting upset because he was just like, she just like, why are you being like this? And I'm like, right, like you just you bust the whole nut, and now you just being rude like this. And so, he basically started talking about how, even when he was smashing her, like, he just doesn't care. He didn't care. Like, he knew it was good, but, like, he just, like, that hold that she had over him, like, it just wasn't there. And I mean, to be honest, like, how he smashed her, it wasn't like I'm in love type of smash. It was, I'm finna F the ish out of you. It was that type of, so I could tell, like, he was on some, like, straight F-boy. That was, like, F-boy sex right there, okay? So, we see that, she starts being weird, and he was like, well, girl, no wonder you got fired. You ain't never been a communicator. And I was like, now, Jonathan basically just pulled the gloves out. I would have been like, square up, Jonathan. Clearly, she did that later in the end of the episode, but I would have been like, square up, because you talking all this smack, and I'm just like, sir, stop it. So, essentially, they going back and forth, and she basically calls him asexual and said that, now you can talk about sex and, but before, because of your religion, you always act like I couldn't be sexually free to discuss certain things because I don't know if it grossed him out. It made him uncomfortable. And so they're just going back and forth. They just trying to hurt each other. And she's talking about, well, it was a mistake being with you in the first place. And I was just like, now, sis, you ain't supposed to say that, because you're supposed to be like, but you gave me Ava, and so I wouldn't change anything for the world. But clearly, they just going at it at this point. And so we see that she's still prolonging signing these papers. And so he was like, you don't want to get a divorce, do you? I said, obviously, if she lets you smash and stuff, like, she's not trying to get a divorce. You knew that. And he was like, I knew that. I was just trying to figure out, had you made that up before you came in? Or, like, was this after we had sex? Like, what's going on? And so, and then this trick talking about, I just want to come home. And I was like, bitch, I'm not even gonna lie, I do not condone calling people out their name, but I definitely cursed at the screen. I was like, you have got to be kidding. Like, the audacity, okay, to really sit up here. You ran off and left your husband and your daughter for 3 months to go be with Raggedy Polly, okay? So, like, you sit, I'm getting mad at, I'm getting a headache now because, like, I'm getting upset like this is real life, and I just need a moment. Okay, let me get back to this. So, basically, Jonathan was just like, like, are you not ashamed? And I was like, thank you, Jonathan, asking all the questions that, like, we trying to figure out as well. And so he was like, does Polly know about this? And I said, yeah, did Polly make, like, what happened with y'all? So, we get the timeline. So, this is 6 months after last week's episode. And so, essentially, they got into it because Polly wants kids. And so the doctor, they tried for 6 months, and the doctor said she should do IVF. And then she started backtracking like how she did when she was pregnant with Jonathan's baby. And essentially, Polly realized, like, you just don't want to have kids with me. Like, you're not fully committed to me. And so I guess this is when she had the realization that she still was in love with John. I really, this is why you gotta be happy with yourself. Mira's not happy by herself. Mira's only happy if someone is like lusting after her. And so because Paulie just it took him a while, but when realized like, you're not for me, then that's when she tried to go back to Jonathan. Like she's done this twice now. So she says they're done. And she said that he went back to Tel Aviv and he's going to come back and they're going to have a conversation with Ava. And I like that Jonathan just like, please, he always puts his daughter first. Like, please, like, just make sure y'all really done before you do that to her, because she really likes Paulie. So then, basically Jonathan's just like, I don't like you no more. I don't like you no more. I don't want to be with you. I don't like you. It's been 2 years. Like, literally, the last time you were here, I literally started praying to God. Like, my religious dilemma. And I was praying to God that you would come back to me. And now that you have come back, I don't want you. Love don't live here no more. Okay? I'm done. She started crying. And she tried to make a move on him. And he was like, I feel the urge to try to get back into things with you, but I'm not going to do that. And I know that you're going to get through this. And I really want you to just be happy and respect the place that I'm in. And I'm like, sir, you just be giving mixed signals because you just like smashed her to smithereens before, but it is what it is. But he was like, I got to fight it. And I got to put myself first. I got to do what I got to do for myself. And so Mira started crying. I'm just like, bitch, here she go. Girl, stop with these crocodile tears, Mira. Stop with the crocodile tears. And so basically, I thought he was finna go comfort her because they had started drinking, but then Veronica, the babysitter, called because Ava was mad at her. And I thought he was finna go comfort her, and I was really finna come through the screen and, like, snatch Jonathan. And then he just grabbed the liquor instead and, like, walked past her, which I was like, oh, thank you, finally. So he ends up having a conversation with her and tells her that, like, he discovered in therapy that he wanted to have another kid. And he didn't necessarily want to wait to have another partner to be able to do that. But he feels called to parenting because that's what he loves to do. That's where he's the most happy. And, he just feels like that's what he's good at. And so he talked about how he was talking to one of his colleagues and she just broke up with her girl. And she basically said, like, hey, like, we should do elective co-parenting. I was like, oh, this sounds pretty cool. Like, I didn't know people was out here doing this like that. And he was considering it. And so the reason that he's been pushing her to sign the papers this whole time is because he doesn't want to bring that baggage into embarking on that journey with his colleague, which I really appreciate him trying to do that. And so he's like, let's just wait, because she done broke down. She doing the most. She be extra dramatic. So he was like, let's just wait. And then, this bitch had actually, this is the point when I call her a bitch. This bitch had the audacity to be like, well, why wouldn't you want to do that with me? I said, ma'am, are you serious? Are you serious? Like, you really said that right now. So, because the headache was coming, it was coming right here. The headache was coming right back again, just even thinking about her saying this to him. So, basically, I'm just like, you don't want to have a kid with Paulie. You didn't want to have a kid with Jonathan because you felt like your marriage wasn't going to survive, so it was your choice. You wanted to have the abortion. That's fine. That's on you. And you don't even know what you want for real, but you know that you want to have another kid when you were just saying that you lost your job because of the kid. You didn't left your kid to go be with somebody. You don't want no kids, Mary. You probably didn't want Ava. I know you love her. You have her now. You happy she's here. But let's be honest. You didn't want no kids. Like, you just didn't want no kids. It never seemed like Mira wanted children in the first place. So I was just really confused. And the way that, then she said something crazy. And essentially, he was like, you know what, Beesh, I'm over this. I'm done. Here's the money for the movers. You have a blessed day. Do what you want to do with the papers. I don't care no more. I just got to go. Then she tried to stop this man from leaving. She, like, literally locks the door, takes the key away, hides the key. And I'm looking like she cannot be serious. So then she tried to get him to stay. Like, you can't leave like this. I said, well, Beesh, ain't that how you left in the first episode? Like, what are you... Okay. Essentially, they start fighting. Like, Mira starts getting very physical with him. I know he getting frustrated, so he hit her, she hit him. She throwing books at him. The man bleeding, she bleeding from her lip. I was just like, how did we get here? How did we get here? And then she just started signing the papers. I said, well, baby, after all of that, I think you're at the point of no return now, okay? I think y'all are officially done now that y'all are causing physical harm to one another. So she signs the paper, she hands him the key, he gets the papers, he signs it, and then he basically was like, I wish you should have did that a long time ago. I said, exactly, because I did not expect this to take the turn that it did at the end of the episode. It's just a lot happening. So the movers showed up, and he's just looking out of the distance. I think they pretty much know that they're done at this point, and there's like no words left said between them after he says that. So I don't know what the heck is gonna happen in this last episode. It was a lot this episode. It was a lot. But I will say, Jessica Chastain and Oscar Isaac, like, they killed this shit. They eating this up. Oh my goodness, I cursed. That's how good y'all. See, y'all done made me curse and demonetize myself. But that's how good they are really doing. I really like the role reversal. This is actually based on a previous project. But I really liked how they did this. And finally, literally, I was just saying this a couple of days ago that I didn't believe in chemistry in Hollywood anymore. And they made me believe again. I was like, this is acting. Like, when I can tell that you about to like blow her back out before you actually start doing it, it was the look that he gave. This was a really good episode. This is probably my favorite episode. Yes, it was my favorite episode because it was just, it was really good. Let me just stop because Mirren gave me a damn headache. Her and Jonathan get on my absolute everlasting nerves. But it was a good episode. This is really good. I can't wait to see how it wraps up because emotionally, I don't think I can take anything else after the next week's episode because now I feel like I'm going through a divorce or I'm in a very dysfunctional and toxic relationship. I just need to be able to release from this. But those are my quick thoughts. They ain't quick. This movie, like, this video, 20 minutes. Ain't no quick thoughts. But those are my thoughts on Scenes from a Marriage, episode 4. As always, my name is Sharonda from Pair Ways. And if you like what you saw today, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with your friends, and make sure you hit the notification bell. And I love you guys 3000. And until I see you again,